So I was checking out the National Geographic the other night and I was watching and witnessing the phenomena of the mating season in the animal kingdom. And as I was watching this, I started to realize that we're not too much different. There isn't a crazy difference between us and the animals, our neighbors in the safari, especially mentally and emotionally. So it had you guys, Sealz the man, pondering, why are we like this? Whether it's a man or a cheetah or a lion or a hippo or a praying mantis. When it comes to men, we have this similarity, this grand similarity in how we are attracted, the process of our attraction, and how that attraction leads to our chase of that beautiful prize in our eyes. So as I pondered, I started to think about the science of the chase when it comes to the male mind, the male species. And on tonight's video, I'm going to break down and talk about the science and the male psychology when it comes to the chase, or should I say his chase. So the first clear sign that a man is in his chase phase is when his dopamine is on an all-time high and all of his actions follow that. I call this the chemistry of the chase. This is where it all starts. In this pursuit phase, he is high on anticipation, not just attraction. You see, attraction gets you there. It's that twinkling star in the night sky. It shows that you are there. Attraction doesn't necessarily keep that man or makes him want to chase you. The anticipation is what drives that man to start a chase. Wow, you're beautiful. I wonder if I chase you, or if I make a move towards you, or if I try to holler at you, I wonder what could be next. I am anticipating the next move. I'm excited. I'm anxious, but I want this. Now that water that is in that pot on that stove is going from cold to rolling. There is some chemistry happening. That man's brain reward system is lighting up like the dashboard on a cracked up car. And a lot of people get it twisted. They think that a man gets excited when everything is going perfectly, when everything he's doing is going just as planned. That's not the case. A man gets excited when there is progress. Look how simple that is. That man gets excited when there's an additional point, an additional 1%. As long as there is progression, that will keep his motor running. Perfection is not the goal, especially in the beginning phase. Men don't necessarily chase the woman, they chase the momentum in order to eventually get that woman. There's a big difference. And there's another side to this. That is why sometimes if you give too much in the early stages, in those beginning stages, if you show too much of yourself, if you tell too much about yourself, it can actually push men away who are chasing you, because that dopamine dies, because there's no longer any excitement. There's no longer any anticipation, because everything has been revealed. All of his questions of curiosity have been answered, and there is no longer any mystery. Curiosity fuels the chase. The second part of the science of a man's chase when he's in the chase phase. And that is, his pursuit in you isn't just about you. It's about his reflection in you. Now let's break that down. A man in pursuit isn't only drawn to her, but to who he feels he is when he is with her, when he's around her, when he is in her presence. And this kind of ties back to the attraction thing. Attraction does not keep things together. It is not stable. It is not heavy enough to keep that man chasing you. But what is how he feels with you. There is nothing like meeting a woman, and I'm speaking from this personal experience as a man. There is nothing like meeting a woman and her feeling like a breath of fresh air. You don't feel weird around her, awkward around her. Y'all conversations just flow. She accepts you for who you are. Things are just clicking and you don't understand why. And because you don't understand why, you want to get to know more to hopefully get to that why. And that chase starts up. The way you make him feel got him measuring. It got him pondering now. Do I feel respected here? Do I feel powerful here? Does she make me feel capable? Am I free with her here? Those are the questions that goes through a man's mind when he feels right around her. You see, when a man feels admired, he accelerates. But when he feels unnecessary, he withdraws. It's the way you make him feel that builds his reflection in you. So now that he feels this way about you, it leads me to the third part of the science and psychology behind this chase phase, his chase phase, and that is consistency. Consistency will be his compass. Listen, this man don't know you. He don't know anything about you in most cases. He doesn't know how you're going to react. He doesn't even know how you feel about him. So he is technically lost. And what do lost people need when they are in that forest of nothing but trees and darkness with no sense of direction? A compass. And that compass is signified by his consistency. A man that is having a genuine pursuit in his chase phase moves with clarity, transparency, and repetition. Let me say that one more time. He moves with clarity, transparency, and repetition. So you don't have to question this. If that man wants you, if he is pursuing you, if he is chasing you, it's going to be as clear as day. And that is purposeful by him. Repetition shows desire. Just think about it. When you are trying to pass an exam, a test, you're not just studying once per week, twice per week, not even 4 times per week. You are studying every single day because you want to pass this exam. You have to. It's almost as a need. This must happen. And in order for this to happen, I must have repetition in my studies. Repetition is a product of your desire, and that's going to show. His pattern in this chase phase reveals his intent. But on the flip side of that coin, a man's inconsistency is a message just as much as a man who's consistent. Because a man who is inconsistent is telling you that he's not that serious. He kind of wants you, kind of likes you, confused, playing games. Either way, the message will be revealed to you through his actions. One thing about a man who is serious about you in this chase phase is that when he's sure about you, you don't have to question it. You don't have to sit down and put on your goggles and try to decode it. None of that is necessary because he is making it known. And he is making it known through his consistency. Now, in the fourth part of this psychology of a man's chase phase, let's flip it back to the man thinking. What he's thinking in this moment. And another thing that he's thinking involves you more so, and that is how you are receiving his effort. If he's doing all of these things, putting all this work and this effort in his chase phase to you, he's setting up dates, he's setting up meetups, he's trying to get to know you more, and he's being consistent, respectful, considerate. He is paying attention to how you are receiving his effort. A man's pursuit phase is feedback based. How she receives his effort, his gestures, shapes how he will continue. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I pursue? Should I quit? Most of that is based on how you receive his effort. Because over indifference feels like rejection, and over eagerness feels like a conquest. If he's chasing you and you don't know how to catch, this game will end fast. And one of the worst things a man will feel, a serious and intentional man will feel, is feeling rejected or not appreciated. So if he feels that way, he will most likely go the other way. Another interesting thing that I even saw in the animals when I was watching the National Geographic in their mating season, and the same thing happens with human men, is that they will pursue, but they will also pause and they will evaluate. And this is somewhat a rhythm when it comes to the chase phase. Even when a man is pursuing and it may seem like madness in pursuit, he will stop, he will pause to assess reciprocity. Is what I'm doing worth it? Is anything I'm doing working? Does she see how much I like her? How much I want her? Does she see me trying? Oh boy, am I doing something wrong? She probably already got a man. All these thoughts happen in his assessment. He's trying to figure things out. He's trying to figure you out. And he's trying to figure out if this chase is even worth it. And many women may say, oh wow, he was pursuing me so hard in the beginning, and then all of a sudden he just stopped. Or all of a sudden he slowed down and he's not as pursuitful as he was, or he's not as aggressive or exciting as he was in the beginning. If that happens, it is not always the case that he no longer likes you, or he's no longer feeling you. Sometimes he is reassessing his pursuit. He's trying to figure out if he's doing too much, if you're not doing enough. Sometimes that silence is nothing but recalibration. If he pulls back, don't panic, because most likely he's checking to see if this chase feels mutual. And the seventh and last thing I want to break down when it comes to the psychology and the mindset behind a man who is in chase mode is the role of respect in his motivation. Respect is to men what affection is to women. Men will die on a hill when it comes to respect because we anchor in that. Say for instance, he is pursuing her. He's so interested. He likes her. He's trying to get to know her more. And she starts giving signs of early disrespect, jokes, sarcasm. Boy, you crazy, get out of here. Nobody wants you. Dismissive tones. Those vibes will kill the pursuit way faster than rejection. Because not only are you rejecting him before actually having an official rejection and saying like, I don't want you or I'm not interested, but now he's judging your character because you're not mature enough to just say or announce an official rejection. I don't want you. I appreciate you, but I'm not interested. A man would rather have that than a woman who makes fun of him for pursuing her. A woman who disrespects him for pursuing her. A woman who makes light of his serious intents for her is heartbreaking, soul crushing, ego shattering, whatever you want to call it. It's not a good feel. Men stay where they feel respected, not necessarily where they feel rewarded. Now I'm going to flip it a little bit and I'm going to speak towards the ladies. It may be hard for some of you to understand or detect if something is genuine or not, if a pursuit is authentic or not. But one thing you must look out for is to detect if that pursuit is performative, because not every pursuit is sincere. Some men chase for ego or a challenge made by their friends. I mean, we've seen plenty of movies like that, right? But not every pursuit has a goal of connection, true connection. So you have to spot the difference. And some of the key things to look out for, as I said earlier in the video, sincere pursuit is consistent curiosity, and his actions will follow that. But performative pursuit equates to showy gestures, empty gestures, immature gestures with shallow follow through. And if you pay attention, you'll feel the weight of both sides of the equation. Attention is cheap, but investment, that's expensive. And the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to a man in pursuit in that chase phase with you is that the chase, the actual chase, isn't the goal. It's actually the test phase for compatibility, because his singular pursuit and a healthy pursuit transitions to mutual pursuit. And in mutual pursuit, now you want him too. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're chasing him back. It means that you have a mutual affection for him as well. Now you guys are sharing effort between each other mutually. And now it's a two-way street and not necessarily a one-way street led by him, because now you want him too. That is the goal. The chase is not the end goal. The goal is for that one-way street to become a two-way street. So thank you for watching tonight's video as I break down the male psychology of a man who is in the chase phase. As on this channel, we talk about understanding the mind of good men, decent men, serious men. I look forward to see you on my next video. Peace and blessings. Goodbye.